Are we working now? I think we're working. I did break it. I don't even know what happened. I just lost the internet. That ain't cool. But here we are. What we got? 4 days? 4 days left. I'm ready for that. Trying to pull up, man. I had to restart everything, so you just have to bear with me for a second. I even restart my phone. It's over here beeping at me. All right. Yeah, looks like Friday or Saturday we got gates open at 12:30. Drivers meeting at 2 o'clock. Racing's at 2:30. I'm ready to get it on if you guys are ready to get it on. What's up, Rusty Graham? What up, Jenny? Michael Coon, what's up? You guys gonna do any front side stuff this year or what? You just gonna hang out on them airports on the backside? Dewey Baston, what's up, brother? I seen Dewey Saturday at the Pizza Junkies, Coffee Junkies, Cars and Coffee, man. You guys should check that out next time they have one. I think it's in June. Is that right? June. I feel like they should have one like once a month even. And I didn't see until after I left that they were talking about doing something later that night. Like, I mean, 31's pretty hot for, people cruising and hot rods and shit like that. And they were talking about doing, I don't know what they called it, like eat and greet or chill and grill, or I don't even know, but that's a good spot. Like right there on 31 and stop 11, right across from Steak and Shake on stop 11, right next to B Dubs. But yeah, like that'd be a cool spot. They got good food, man. I ate a sub. My kids ate a sub, and we all tried everybody's. And hey, that was some good stuff. That was definitely better than some Subway or Penn Station or any shit like that. So good food up there. What up, Ryan? See you guys, Mike. You may do both. That's what's up. I know the old Malibu ain't forgot how to front side yet, has it? Yep. Today we got we're gonna have Dusty Porter on here. Mr. Rico. Hey, that's a fast ass truck. That's underrated truck right there. He gets that thing making A to B's. It's over for a lot of you some bitches. Yep, but he'll be here just he's finishing some things up, so he'll be here after that. But yeah, about Terre Haute, man. I keep checking the weather, man. I don't even want to talk about it. It's like the worst thing we could ever have go wrong is weather, because it's just nothing you can do. But we're staying hopeful. We're going to make this happen. They will dry that track. That's a good thing about not having like quarter mile. At least you only got to dry, 660 feet plus a shutdown. What do you say, Rusty? Could be. I'd like to see your shit running. My shit ain't gonna be out there. I'm just not gonna make it. Work's been kicking my ass, bro. I ain't had enough time to do near the things I want to do. So, but we're gonna get it out there for the second one, Salem. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? I lost oil pressure. Sound like it had a belt squeal. I ain't got no belts. That ain't a good thing. You know what I mean? So maybe a oil pump, some bearings. I mean, I got another crank. It's just a stock bottom end. I will throw another crank in that thing, but I don't even have it out. I just haven't had time. If I could buy one thing with, if I had all the money in the world, I would just buy more time. I definitely come up short on that stuff. Yeah, Jenny, I ain't worried about racing in the cold. We will race in the cold, but we can't race in the rain. I mean, maybe the hard tire cars could. We could have like a rain tire shootout. That'd be worth watching. It'd be like some F1 shit going on in Terre Haute. I dig it. Yeah, try to get Andrew on here again. He works. Andrew's working. He must be second shift. So, but they put $100. The track. I didn't do it. Patrick didn't do it. The racetrack put $100 bounty on him. And they're in hopes that Andrew's going to get the money. If nobody takes him out, that's his 100. So, big shout out to Troy Mann out there at Wabash Valley Dragway. I talked to him yesterday and I asked him if they were going to have the that smoker out there, because man, if you guys got any of that barbecue that came off that smoker, I'm pretty sure they started that Friday night. But that stuff was great. We need that at every race. But I think he said that it's not out there anymore, so we'll still have good concession food and all that jazz, but we may not have as much barbecue. Yeah, see, Robert, man, next week ain't going to help us this week. I know it's April. Like, a lot of people's just getting their programs finished up, but I don't know. This first race is kind of it's on the front side. It's one of the only two front sides we got this year, so, it's more like a shakedown for points. And then we head to Salem for the World Series of No Prep. That's going to be badass. They had a good turnout for the first one, so, maybe they'll bring some new guys for you guys to race. And they'll get points in our series, and you guys will get points in their series. So you guys are more than welcome to go race with them. Like they're at, we're just in Indiana, and they're all over. Josh did a hell of a job putting that thing together. Who'd you try and get on here, Jenny? Andrew? Yeah, Ryan Andrew is a hell of a dude. That dude will help anybody do anything. I'd help Andrew do anything. Even find his stolen Jeep. Oh, man, I was ready to do some hood rat shit when we went to look for that Jeep. It's a good thing we didn't find it that day with somebody in it, because we had a small mob of fellers ready to do some hoodbilly shit. Uh-oh. Look who we got here.
What's up, man?
Dusty Porter. I just seen on my memories today on Facebook that you took that drone video and I posted it.
Oh yeah, dude. It was.
Did you ever figure that thing out?
Oh yeah, it was so windy that day. It was tough, man. It was cool though.
I feel like it's always windy out here.
It really is, man.
Yep. So you get some things finished up. I seen a video of that thing running.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
a good sign.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I got this thing where I just like to not do shit all winter, and then a couple weeks before race season, I just try to throw everything together.
That's me.
Yeah,
that's me. I feel like we'll call it like seasonal depression or some shit. Cause
I guess, man. I did not want to mess with it.
Yeah, I don't work much during the winter, other than plow snow, and that's kind of a bust here lately. So I don't have much to do during the winter. I don't have a lot of money to fund shit. So like as soon as April gets here, I'm like, yeah, let's do it all right now.
Yep. Well, it's easier to be motivated when it's nice out and everybody else is out testing and posting videos and shit. So
yeah, I was just telling my dad that the other day. Like, man, I'm just don't have motivation when it's cold outside. Like I hate to be like that, but I want to do stuff. But when I go out there, I'm like, nah, we're not. We're just gonna do something different.
Yeah. We're just gonna drink a bracket racer beer,
Hey, this is a pre-op.
That's funny. I know, dude. Grandfather.
It's a pre-op. I got pre-op beers over here. I don't have none of them post-op beers.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't do that.
I didn't shoot mine up. I was like, well, I ain't gonna throw them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you can put if you do, you can put them in my refrigerator. I'm good with that. As long as they're pre-op beers, we can have the post-ops.
Right.
And you can't be missing things and having extra parts.
So what happened to Luck?
Man, I don't even know. Like I went out and I drove it. I mean, all the way until I parked it, had oil pressure, and then I went and fired it up again, and it sounded like lifters were tapping, so I hurried up and shut it off. It was just weird. So then I fired it up again, and it sounded like the belt squealed. Man, it ain't got no belts, so I don't know.
Ain't good.
It ain't good. So, but the good part is it's like stock bottom in. Like I will slap another stock crank right back up in that thing with some bearings, new oil pump, and we'll go racing. So I just ain't had the time to get it out.
I
need to get it out.
You got a crank for it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say I might know a guy that's got one laying around.
Yeah, I don't even know what the problem was. What happened? Like it was just good. Like even I run it up and down the road and stuff, and like my data logs are fine, and I don't know, man. I don't even know. We're just gonna fix it.
Yeah, good thing about an LS, you just go to the junkyard and get another one for $500 and throw it.
I got a couple of them sitting there ready. I still have another motor ready, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Like we're still trying to throw some extra funds at it and get it better than the one I got. I don't want to like throw my heads and valve train and all that shit in it. I'd like to do a whole nother deal.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah, I'm gonna miss the first race, but oh well. I mean, I got enough shit to do. Like I'm gonna have fun with it the rest of the season. Hopefully that doesn't keep happening.
Yeah. How do I see the chat on this deal?
Uh,
Okay, there we go.
yeah, it's a good question. Some days I see it, some days I don't. I just
Yeah,
hope somebody's on here to talk to me, or I'll be talking to myself.
right.
But yeah, hell yeah, I'm ready to go racing. Didn't you race before at I mean, since not since our last time there, but haven't you raced at Terre Haute before?
So I mean, I pretty much grew up at that track, man. Years ago.
That's what I thought you told me.
Yeah, yeah. I've been there a lot when I was a teenager. You know, my dad, he had a '69 Camaro it was awesome, man. It's like the reason I got into drag racing. So we spent a lot of time down there at the track. Of course,
Yeah, that's
bracket racing. You know what I mean?
right. I can't, you know, my
It ain't
dad bracket raced, but man, even as a kid, like I don't know if I didn't understand like all the ins and outs, but I just didn't understand like racing to me is like the green light comes on and whoever crosses the finish line first is the winner.
right. Yeah, I've got
So
good
so
friends.
like later in life when I seen like you know you giving you know somebody like in a right lane would give them like two cars or something like that and they would still take off at the same time. Like to me that was fair. Like you know, but somebody's light dropping first and then you watch them go half track and then you take off. That's not cool.
Yeah,
So
dude.
I never really liked it as a kid. I liked the heads up shit all the way back as far as I can remember.
There's definitely like I know some guys that are really good at it, man, and that's cool. That's their thing. But I can't get into it either. I mean, it's not an actual race. You know what I mean? You're just racing the clock or trying to run the same time.
All
You know?
right. There's no hustle to it at
Yeah,
all, which I don't, you know, I don't like that. I would rather give you a couple spots because, like, you might think you need two, but really you might need three or four.
right.
There's no hustle to it. It kind of just takes the fun out of it. I don't know. That'd be cool if we did like some daily driver stuff this year. Do some, not really bracket racing, but let them make stipulations like, you know, they don't have to leave at the starting line. You know, you can give them two cars or three cars type stuff this year.
Tweaker be giving everybody like 4 cars.
Man, that guy, I'm telling you. The racetrack put a bounty on his ass.
That,
That's good shit, though.
yeah, that thing's fast.
Yeah, it's probably going to be faster this year. I don't know if he's really had any good licks on it yet, but I'm sure he'll get it figured out quick.
I mean, that hard tire shit's getting out of hand, dude. It's crazy.
I've thought about throwing hard tires on a Blazer because I'd probably be more competitive in hard tire, but I don't know. I've never had hard tires on it. I've always had
Right.
slicks on it. But I've definitely given it some thought here lately.
Well, yeah, man, it gives the guys that are running. I mean, I don't know what them guys run six, low sixes maybe. I mean,
I'd say a lot of them run low sixes. Like some of them, I wouldn't even doubt if on a good sticky track they ran high fives.
that's crazy on a freaking hard tire.
That's crazy on anything, really. I mean, I
Yeah,
can remember like 10 years ago that was you had to be the man to run low sixes and fives 10 years ago.
yeah.
Now everybody's doing it on
Right.
hard tires. Doesn't even matter.
You better be running low fives now if you're a small tire guy or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. The level of competition out there. I mean, everybody just keeps getting faster.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go slower.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing to my truck this year other than just add some bars to roll cage, man. It, I bought actually. I wasn't even going to race this year. I actually bought a chassis for it. I was just going to work on building that deal, but a buddy of mine, he really wanted me to race, and he helped me. Roll shit,
Yeah. So you got the motor back together. It hadn't been back together since Salem, right?
Oh yeah, it has, man. Because I raced it. I got it back together right before War in the Woods last fall.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all good. My tranny, I didn't really talk much about it, man. But when I was at Terre Haute, our last race, like my high gear was gone, but it was still running like 550, so I was able to go a few rounds. But like, man, it was it was toast. So I'm gonna work on
Yeah.
my split now. You know what I mean? Like the
Need to
front,
make some passes out there at Brown County like you did when we had that race at Brown County. That fucker was flying that day.
and that's the best it's ever run, honestly.
Yeah, you made that track look like it was easy work.
Well, in that track too. I mean, it was a lot better back then. I feel like because they were bracket racing every weekend. You know, and
I
hopefully,
think it was still hit. It was a little hit and miss that year.
well, and
That
that's
was
when we pulled in that day. It was raining, wasn't
yeah,
it? Yeah,
yeah,
everybody's driving their
yeah,
car.
yeah. Billy Fields and them, they worked their ass off and they did it.
Yeah, they did.
I
Yeah.
wasn't even skeptical. They said he was going to do it, and I was like, "All right, bet." I started setting shit up, and it was on after that. We had some good racing that night. That was one of my funnest races that year.
Dude,
I don't even know why. I think it was the crowd. Like,
yeah,
it's one thing to be up there on the microphone just hooting and hollering, and there's no feedback. You can't really hear anybody, but man, you could hear everybody right there. That made it fun for me up there.
oh, I bet, man. Yeah, dude, you're good at that, man. You're good at keeping the crowd going, and get on there and talking to a bunch of people.
Man, don't tell anybody, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just go up there and have fun. I mean, that's what it's all about to me is just have fun. Like, I hope you guys have fun because I don't get to experience that side of it. It's work for me. Like, shit, I go home that night and I can't even think straight for at least till I wake up in the morning.
Well, man, I mean, you guys really put in a lot of work into this deal, and I mean, some of the, I wouldn't, I don't think any of us would be as fast as what we are if it wasn't for this because we just keep making each other faster.
Yeah.
Racing the same guys every weekend, and we know that we better get our shit together because they're all fast.
Yeah. And then, we go to like Ohio and, they're doing the same thing over there. They're making each other faster. So we just got to hope we're making each other faster than, they're making each other over there. So that's what's fun about racing them. You go over there and race a bunch of other guys. It seems like even when we go to Salem, like there's always, they're no prep only down there basically. So like they have a following of no prep guys down there.
Yeah, that place.
That makes it fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got, man, guys like Patrick. I know he had some trouble last year, but I'm sure he's going to be back this year because
he's got the LS power back. It's on this year, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I mean,
they had that stuff figured out.
They did. Yeah. Brandon Sullivan, I'm sure he's going to be fast this year, and he gets his car out.
Yeah.
He's
going to be fast. He's going to be one of them you got to watch for.
Who's that other dude in the Mustang? Is that Jamie?
Jamie Satter, yeah. He won the first race at Wabash Valley last year.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
he goes rounds just about any time anyway, so especially on the front side stuff.
Yeah. And Jimmy, I seen he put a 2-speed 400 in his car, so that's cool. Hopefully that'll hold up better to all that nitrous.
See, Jimmy didn't. He won a championship, but he didn't win any races last year. So y'all better hope you just show up and get more rounds than him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he did good though.
He did.
Tyler Nation's car. Ty Long said, yeah, his looks promising. I could have swore he told me he ran a 4 something a couple passes into the new setup. So on a sticky track or not, like that's decent. That's something a lot of guys ain't ever done.
Yeah, that's fact.
Yeah, and then just like I said, thinking 4 years ago, like fucking real pro mods were running 4s 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep, them days are gone. Ain't none of them guys running 4s.
I mean, dude, a few years ago, if you were running like high 5s on a no prep, man, you could go some rounds. Now you better be running 520s.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not at Salem, but definitely on this front side stuff, and maybe later rounds on a good surface. Man, have you ever had your truck up at Muncie on the backside?
Not on the back.
Well, you're gonna have to do that this year.
Figure out really quick, man, because I haven't got a lot of asphalt stuff under my belt. It's like, I don't know. The front side stuff's, I like going fast, and seeing how fast I can go, but I'm really going to have to just throw an assload of weight in the back of it and see how it does, I guess.
You're going to have to pull that fucker out of the driveway and turn left and
put
it on a 2-step and let it rip, tater chip.
Yeah. I don't have very many good roads around here, man. My road's rough as shit where I live.
Well, see, if you can do good on that road,
Hmm.
then you just turn it up a bit when we go to a decent road like Salem.
Yeah. Salem, man, I mean, I know some guys who run 30s down there on small tires, you know. I mean, it's freaking crazy.
Have you ever been up to the Brawl surface?
I've been there to watch,
All
but
right.
all right.
Well, I feel like there's a brawl before our race, two of
I,
them maybe.
yeah, I just marked it on my calendar.
Yeah, get up there and get a little data.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a bunch of us up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
I think the week before or the race, maybe it's the week before or month before or whatever. We go up there. The um, World Series and No Prep is up there too. So
that's cool.
yeah, you may pull up to some of their races. Be wild to win two championships.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at their schedule, man. Didn't you say we could probably run both of them series?
I
Like,
have to double check his schedule, but I don't think we have. I don't know, man. I feel like we had one overlapping race, but then we ended up we ended up changing the date to a different one because that was all we could get. But I don't know. They have a lot of races. I feel like I don't even remember. I have to look. 10, 11 races. So I mean, if you miss two or three, it's probably not a huge deal, especially if you go rounds at the ones you do show up at.
right.
Ours is only 7 races this year, so yeah, it's one less race than we normally have. I may have a double points race, and I think our last race we'll probably do the double elimination thing again.
Dude, that was a blast.
I wish I could almost do that every time. I'd really had that was probably my second best time at a race. Like I actually enjoyed that shit.
That was cool, man. It's something different. You know what I mean? It's
I think that's what it was. It just broke the monotony of everything that we normally do, but it shook the points up a lot at the end too.
yeah, that was pretty cool, man. I think everybody enjoyed that.
Yeah, maybe we could do that at Salem or something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we're
like I like Salem.
2 or 3 times.
We're gonna hit Salem 3 times. Yep. Once we're gonna have our Indiana versus Ohio race out there, so it'll be here this year. Which I kind of like taking it there, but it was hard to get where I wanted to go. I wanted to go somewhere a little closer this year. I wish Marion County was still open because we'd go up there again.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Yeah, Marion County, like that's a whole vibe. Like they had a good following of people, and
Dude, I believe how many people were there.
well, at this one, Jimbo's gonna help me put this one together on his end. The Ohio guys this year again, just like Marion County. So I'd like to see something good come out of that.
Well, hopefully they bring. I mean, so like at Marion, dude, Ohio's big tire field was nuts. Like those caliber cars were, they were all low 4 second cars. I mean,
The wagon slayer, like I
dude,
almost already knew that was the winner. I hadn't even never seen him really race before that, but I've paid it. I've added him on social media and like kind of followed him after that, and that's a bad motherfucker.
dude, and that so Ty Long, he raced a black Camaro that was like, man, it was beautiful. Just
Like Caleb, I think was his name. I think it was his name. I know what you're talking about though. He went rounds too.
yeah. Well, and Ty put him out. I was like,
Okay,
dude,
that wasn't the same guy then.
yeah,
The guy I'm thinking of, he made it to the finals, semifinals. It was an Ohio guy.
yeah. They had some badass big tire cars. I was pretty impressed with that shit.
I'd like to get more big tire cars, but I'm not sure what really attracts the big tire cars. You
Money,
got to be money, and you got to be a big tire guy. So
yeah,
maybe I'll throw some big tires on the Blazer and go mingle with the big tire guys and get my ass kicked all year.
yeah, man. I feel like there's some fast ones out there. It's hard to small tires so competitive, and the pot's usually pretty decent. Because there's so many cars.
Yeah, I'd like to be in a position to put some more money on top of races this year. We did a few last year, put 1,000, 1,500 on small tire, and like 500 on a few hard tire races.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do it this first race. I'm just getting back to work, so I don't really have any sponsors yet that, nobody wants to put money on top of it, so comes out of pocket. I just got back to work, so we'll see what happens. We're going to have a good year doing the landscaping shit this year, so maybe I'll do that a few times.
Hell yeah, man. That's I know it's a lot of work for you guys. I mean, like I said, we appreciate it because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we're at. I feel like, and a lot of the best guys I know racing this series, you know what I mean, with a lot of friends,
Right.
that are because of this deal. So
Yeah, and then your other no prep options are, when we started this, it was like locally you could go to the Banger, or you could go to the Brawl. And then I think the same year we started this, really right before we started this, Salem started doing some stuff. So, now anybody can take their pick where you want to go. I appreciate everybody coming to our shit. It's kind of cool.
yeah.
I know Salem's having a big race Saturday, so we'll probably lose a few cars to that. I know we don't have. There's a few cars that ain't ready, so it'd be interesting to see what shows up.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I wanted to show up, and here I am. Like, I've been good all winter, dude. I've been good all winter. That's why I ain't fucked with it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, nah, we're done.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's part of it.
It is. If it's easy, everybody do it.
On that same note, though, like, I was at the body shop this week and, shooting shit with Patrick and Joe. And this thing is like mismatched wheels, fucking windows out of it, wiring hanging off, parachuting on it, none of this shit. And like, it's going to be there Saturday. I guarantee it. Them boys don't play. Everybody needs a Joe.
Dude,
If we all had a Joe, we'd go racing every weekend.
them guys work so hard, man. It is crazy. They get some.
Yeah. I've known Joe most of my life since like sixth, seventh grade or sixth grade. I've known Joe, and man, he's been about this shit since sixth grade. So that's why he's my guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty sure when I met Joe, he was like welding up his own go kart, at like 12. For real, and I rode it around the neighborhood a few times. That was a scary son bitch, but it was fast. So, hey, and I wanted to thank you again, man. You figured that shit out on the Blazer. That thing it started running right after that day.
Oh, dude, that wasn't no big deal, man.
I know, it was the stupidest shit. Like, it was a click a box that I would have never thought to click.
So, man, I don't. I tune some Holly stuff, and I don't do it. I don't know. I like Fuel Tech better. I know guys like, whatever you're used to, I guess. But
That's what you got, the Fuel Tech?
Yeah, I love it, and it's like so simplified. I know what I got with it. Like on the Holly, so all your deal was like if you've got E85 selected, your target air fuel has to be set up for like E85.
Right. No, like after you did it and told me what it was, I totally got it. But I was just like, damn, I would have never thought of that. It was just a box that said E85. It's like, yep, I really, I run E85. So,
yep.
But I get it. Like after looking at the AFR targets and all that shit, like I get it.
Well, a lot of guys, you know what I mean.
And maybe one day I'll switch it back over. But I feel like in my mind, like I know what like gas AFRs are good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Fluently. So I'm probably maybe I'll leave it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's whatever you're used to. It don't matter.
Because I mean, to this day, like I have no idea what a target AFR for E85 is even supposed to be, but I know what gas is supposed to be. So, so we're good.
I can't. I don't know, man. It's been a while since I ran E85. I usually, I think around 8 to 1, something like that.
Yeah, see, I don't even know.
I don't know, man.
You're on that eye burning shit, ain't you?
Yeah, dude, that's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I'll be there one day, burning everybody's eyeballs.
Yeah.
Some cars are worse than others. I don't know if it's the fuel or like the amount of fuel that they use, like, but some cars are definitely worse than others up there standing on the starting line. Have you noticed a difference in fuel? Like, is it what do you think it is that
I,
makes one so much worse than others?
dude, I try to put like some top lube in mine and some, like root beer scent or something, man. Because, dude, my shop, I mean, they got like weed smell you can put in there. I mean, it's
I've seen it. I've smelled that shit. No, it don't. Like,
that,
that's some stinking ass shit. Might smell like some hemp or something.
but no, I try. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just used to it because like my wife will walk out in the shop. She's like, "How are you fucking still in here?" But
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'll be outdoors and the wind's blowing, and it doesn't really mess with my eyes, but it messes with my nose and my throat. I feel like somebody just maced me.
yeah.
Yep, so get that sucker together, dude.
It's on the scales, man. That was my goal for today. It's just I got to run last night, and I had to put the front end on it and all that shit. So it's sitting on the scales. I got to borrow my little brother tomorrow for a test weight so I can set it up.
What's that thing weigh?
So without me in it, it's like 2650.
All right.
But
Yeah, last time I weighed mine, I mean, it was still nitrous, had big tunnel ram, 2 carburetors, fogger and shit, but it was 2620.
damn, dude, that's pretty good for a Blazer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't have carpet in it. See, now I got carpet and pad in it and shit, so.
Yeah, that shit adds up, man.
But we back halved it, it's pretty light. Like, there's really nothing to the frame and all that back there. I mean, there's a cage in it, so there's a little extra weight, but who knows? It's probably about the same though right now.
How's your front to rear on that thing?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
I was on some Flying J scales.
yeah.
I haven't done all that yet, so
Just pull like halfway up on that deal. You know what I mean? And just
I can tell you that it hooks hella better when it's got about 4 or 5 bags of mulch in the back of it.
there you go.
Yeah, that was when we were out of Terre Haute also. Good shit though. Like it spun a little bit off the line. We threw a couple bags of mulch in the back and it did a little wheelie and I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
Dusty's my guy.
awesome. Man, that sucks too. I felt so bad for you, man, when that something burned up in it, didn't it? Like a fuse.
The ECU did. Yeah, we were trying to hook the boost control shit up real fast.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. We fixed that, but now we're to oil pressure problems.
I still have that.
Yeah, it's like one expensive kick in the nuts to the next.
At least it don't have a hole in the side of it or anything.
No, it ran great. That's what I'm saying. Like it ran great until it didn't. I don't really know why. So it doesn't even matter. It's got to be pulled out at this point. Checked out, and like I said, probably at a minimum, like I'd like to replace the oil pump and the bearings, and I mean, who knows? The pickup may have fell off or something while it was sitting there. That sounds dumb, but
It's hard telling, dude.
I've had its name's Lucky for a reason. Like it's had the dumbest shit happen.
Trying to read these comments, man.
I know. I keep forgetting about them.
See, like you and the comments or whatever. I don't even know if I'm still on the screen, but like,
Yeah, you on it?
all right.
I got another guy here hanging out waiting. We're gonna bring him on.
There you go.
This the owners of Terre Haute. This is their last year out there at Wabash Valley, so they're gonna pass on their responsibilities to the new guy. That's the new guy, Freddie. What up, Freddie?
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm trying. What is that behind you? Like a bunch of awards and shit? Is that Wally's? What is that?
Rocco TV from Walmart, and then I got some trophies from Ladies Night and trophies that I never gave racers, so I kept them and tell people they're mine.
Hey, I got one of those right now. It's like a modern muscle trophy or some shit.
Perfect. I got a shitload of those, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. So So is that your deal up there, Terre Haute? You're gonna basically have the same responsibilities as Troy and them.
Yes, sir. Basically, nothing new to me. I've been doing this for a long time. Been around no prep imports, anything street for most of my life.
I
Uh,
like that.
yeah.
They're bracket racers up there,
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
it took me about 3 years to talk Troy into letting me race up there or letting us race up there. I
It's different.
think he's a little nervous.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's totally different. However, I do have experience with bracket racers in the past, and they have like an amazing bracket program. So
Yeah,
it's easy to
that's what they're known for.
Yeah.
and then we can sneak in a couple of our hood rat stuff that we do.
That's what. Yeah, see, that's what I like. I like hood rat stuff.
Hey, same here, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. That's the only. I think that's a pretty close track for a lot of us. And it's a nice facility. They got power hookups for the trailers. It's
That right there, that alone,
Yes.
and not even talking about like the Golden Corral or the Chick-fil-A or none of that shit.
Oh.
The Outback across the street, none of that. They have power in the pits for like $20.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I would pay for my neighbor's $20 just so I don't have to listen to his fucking noisy ass Harbor Freight generator. Hey, and that's what I got. That's why I pay the $20. I will pay that $20.
Little. I'm from out here. I'm from like the Wisconsin, Chicagoland area, and I went out there for the first time. And was like, I can't believe they have a fucking track in the middle of the town. That's the coolest
Right.
thing in my
That's
life.
the only one that in my whole life that I've ever been to that's like that.
Same here.
You know, and it's a cool little town. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of rural. Like once you get off the beaten path, but
Yeah.
I mean, even still, a racetrack that there's a Best Buy across the street, bro. Like, if your fucking GoPro breaks, go get one.
When I'm thinking at a racetrack in Indiana, I'm imagining War in the Woods out there. When I went there last year,
Right?
you know, like okay, this is woods, and yep, no, they got a town in there.
See, I've passed it like I don't know, probably a dozen times. So it's like I had an idea about it before I had ever been there. Because before our first race there, I have never been there either. But no, Troy and them, they've been great owners and hosts, and you know it'd be cool if they pass the torch to you and you do the same.
Should be straightforward, as smooth as possible. And the cool thing I like is like as soon as they told me they have a Hoosier no prep race, I was excited because I already knew it's right up my alley. Your rules,
Right?
the classes, everything is very similar to the same stuff that I'm used to. So it's gonna be easy to get used to, you know. Doing stuff.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of rules. You know, I feel like rules are
Yep.
for bracket racers. Like we show up on tires and just bring everything you got. Hope you brought enough.
Exactly. I only make up rules as they needed to be make up. Like I don't like rules as well. I'm more of like, you know, if something happens or if somebody has an advantage over somebody else because they have something else, then maybe we can make a rule. But if not, leave the shit alone.
Yeah, yeah. In this, like, there's just not like show up on the right tires. Like if you're not fast enough, well, you're just not fast enough. So, you know, work that out. You have a few more races. Work it out. Get it faster.
Yeah, I feel like everybody spends some time, going to school and getting their ass kicked for a few years before they figure it out. I mean, that's part of it.
That's part of it. Yeah, you're not going to be a first year guy and think you're going to win some shit. I mean, you might if you got lucky. Things happen, but you're probably not going to win the championship with our series. So yeah, I didn't know what to think, man. When Troy said hit him up, and I was like Freddie, and I don't even know how to say your last name.
Don't worry, just Freddie Ann.
All right, so
I changed
so
it.
the next part is like I'm getting ready to friend you on Facebook, and then I look and it says no English too much, only a little bit, and I'm like fuck. I was like, I don't know no Spanish. I don't know it.
Okay. Just watch Dora 3 times.
I did that. Hey, I've watched more than 3 times. I didn't pick up. I actually probably did pick up a little bit. All right, so my next question is like Troy and them, like they brought out the smoker. Like, is the taco truck going to show up next year?
I gotta take it easy, man. These people are not ready for me yet. I don't think.
No, they are. Have you ever been to Brazil, Indiana? Like all the way over to Terre Haute? Like they love Mexican restaurants. Like they don't even care. Like they have their normal like Taco Bells and they have a KFC and maybe a McDonald's, but like 75 Mexican restaurants. So you'll be all right. You'll be all right out here.
That's
They're
how
ready.
that's how I get used to being Puerto Rican out here. I just pretend I'm Mexican, and
Puerto Rican. All right.
yeah, same thing as a Mexican. Pretend you're
You
Mexican.
you could still sell some Puerto Rican tacos out there. I guarantee it. That'd be like, hell yeah.
Sure, just gotta steal the recipe from them.
Hey,
Yo,
I will find that. No, they did used to have the smoker out there, man. That thing,
I think I still do.
man, so much good. He told me it was gone.
I don't know. Maybe it's
I
a
don't
no.
know either. Maybe whoever knows the smoker recipe is gone.
Colonel Sanders.
No, at the racetrack there was a smoker. They used to fill it up full of barbecue, like start Friday night and
Okay. Oh, buy
and
one.
then yeah, buy a smoker.
Make one with
I can taste that food right now. But yeah, they had, barbecue sandwiches, pulled pork, big old potatoes with pulled pork and some cheese and whatever else you wanted on them.
Okay.
That was last year. All right, so you got to bring some Cuban food. I've had a Cuban or Reuben or some shit. It's about the same, isn't it?
A Cuban link. A shame.
No, I wish I had one of those. I don't have one of those.
There's some
What is that?
number-
It's like corn. It's like beef and man. See this? I don't even know if that's
Pork.
I don't know if that's Cuban. It's like pork and
Yeah.
what is it? Sauerkraut and shit or what?
Yeah. Same shit. We're all the same. It's like Chinese.
All the same.
They look the same.
Bring some good food, man.
I got you. No worries. Bring the whole squad.
Yeah, we get tired of nachos and hot dogs and shit. Racetracks need more than that.
There's a Taco Bell straight across the street.
I know. There's a Chick-fil-A behind the starting line.
Yeah, I see that. That was overpriced.
I bet. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but
Okay, I don't know if you can tell.
they got great service. So like you could get out there and like you could like go straight from the finish line through the drive-through and be back in time for the next round.
That's the nicest I've ever tried in a restaurant, man. I swear.
Yeah.
Those nice people there.
So you're gonna be out there? You gonna be out there Saturday then?
I'll be there Saturday. I'll be watching, and if you need help with anything, let me know. I'll try to invite some of my guys over, see if they want to get down with you guys out here. And I know you have testing. I was there Saturday and Friday.
Yeah, they had a little test and tune thing.
Yeah, some of the guys were there. I noticed because the no wheelie bars and spinning the tires everywhere. That was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, he said they were gonna prep it, which I was gonna go anyway, but then I had the no oil pressure issue, so.
I heard the track was pretty good Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I seen a few videos they posted. It looked like it was decent. I didn't see anybody doing some Jimmy Gillen shit out there. I was just looking through pictures of our first race out there last year, and there's a picture of him driving back down the right lane. He had a rough time out there for the first couple rounds, but
he did. I think he did. Up, man. Jimmy, it's just like full send.
It's that fucking big ass 632 he's got in it.
And 4 kids.
And 4 kids. Yeah, no, we're gonna have a good time out there Saturday. I just hope the weather holds more than anything else. Like as long as we're in there and it's dry, I don't care how warm it is. We're gonna have a good time.
We should.
All right, well, it was good meeting you, Freddie.
Hey, same here. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it, and hope to work with you guys for years to come.
All right, yeah, we'll be out there Saturday. I'll be able to meet you in person, shake your hand, and all that good shit. So
yeah, awesome. I'm not sure I wash my hands this time.
All right, hey, didn't you say you might have a big tire car out there?
I'm trying to work in a rotary big tire car, but we'll see how.
A rotary big tire car?
That'd be fucking
That'll shake some shit up. Do that.
We won the MKE last 2 years ago, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hell yeah. Do that. Bring that thing.
What do you guys
bring it.
Tire class? Corn.
King of the cornfields. Yeah, it's almost like a run what you brung. Must have doors.
Right on.
Any tire. Yeah, it's pretty open class, but there's a lot of small tire guys that double enter into that class too. So,
all right,
like more times than not, there's a small tire guy that wins it. But I seen Trigolette pop in here earlier. So that's a force to reckon with on big tires. That sucker's fast.
He is fast, man. I think he's gonna go to Salem
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah.
They've been.
If nothing else, he'll be ready for our second race.
He will. Yep, he will, man. He likes it down there. Today, man,
I like it down there.
Oh yeah, and they put his cars all over the flyer, so I get it.
Yep. Freddie, you ever been under to Salem, the old airport?
I have
Yeah,
not.
that's a bucket list spot. That's some cool shit down there.
Where's
It's an old runway. Like, it's an old airport. There's still hangars out there with airplanes in them.
Okay.
But all they really do is just have no prep stuff out there. So
Perfect.
Southern Indiana.
Okay, here we go. Perfect.
Well, dude, my
Yep.
phone's about ready to die, Johnny.
Yeah, buddy, I'm gonna jump off here too, Freddie, man. I
Thank you.
appreciate you, and we'll see you Saturday.
I appreciate you, man. If you need anything, let me know. All right.
All right, man. Later, man.
Yep. See you guys.
All right, later, Dusty.
Yep. See you.
Everybody else, gates open at 12:30. Be there, be square. We're off here.